Hi guys, it's Jen here. This video is a little bit crazy, so I just wanted to warn you. I start out by wanting to show you how I pack for a crop. I end up doing a huge reorg to my scrapbook room, and then I end up doing a tour. So hopefully it's not too choppy for you and you enjoy. Thanks.
Okay guys, it's Jen. Believe it or not, I went to the crop with this tote bag, and it is a big tote bag. I took my tabletop spinny thing, and I also took this container. I'm not sure if it's an iris container. It's actually like a little bit taller than an iris container. It has a handle on it, and I put kits in that. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly show you. So it's got more stuff in it now because of the crop. So this was the class I took with Vicky, and I already finished the layout with my own photo, so I changed it up a little bit. Isn't that pretty? We inked this, and we embossed and inked the circles, and we did a bunch of other sort of watercolory stuff. This was the kit that we got as our goodie bag. These are some make and takes. My arm's not long enough. I brought a bunch of white cardstock, 12 by 12, because I tend to use that. And then I put all of my Project Life stuff that I wanted to work on in this Project Life box. And what I did is I just stuck them into the pockets. You can see they're not done with the date, just to make it easier on myself. Did I rip the box? Yes, I did. Sorry, I got lots more. And then this is what I really want to show you, is these containers. So these are close to my heart containers. This is a large, and that one is a medium. These I bought for multiple reasons. They fit Project Life cards, there's removable dividers, and as you can see right here, they fit in that Raskog cart. So you can see I have one right there, that's a medium one, that has all of my Project Life cards in it. This large one is usually empty, but what I do is I use this to take the entire contents, I want to make anybody sick, of that blue case that I keep on my desk. Here they go in here. So I'm going to try to show you how I do that, and it literally takes me 2 minutes to do. Okay? Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, not the best lighting or angle, but best I can do. So I'm gonna just do this in real time so you can see. So there's a couple things on top that I shoved in here. Some punches. Obviously overestimated how much chatting versus scrapping I was going to do at this crop. But all of this stuff is going to go over here. So I'll show you how I make this so easy on myself. And it's these book rings. So I just bought these at Staples. They're really cheap. I try to keep stuff in the packaging as best I can, and this makes it really easy for me to slip it in and out. It makes it easy for me to flip and find what I want. It's also then really easy too for me to open it and take things off.
Okay guys, I just put you on fast forward for this little snippet here because I was watching through it and I was falling asleep. So it's pretty obvious what I'm doing here. I'm just picking each one of these up. They're all on their own separate one of those book rings and tucking it in. I kind of have a general way that I do it. All the alphabets go in the back, and then these are all sort of sorted on these book rings by type, so like shapes or enamel dots or labels or what have you, word stickers. So they're all sorted that way, and then it makes it really easy for me to figure out how to put it back. I'm just going to lift the camera up so you can see it a little bit better. Okay guys, this is the other bin that was that I was pointing at inside of my rolling tote, and this one has odds and ends from all over the place, and you're going to end up not really seeing me put all of it away because this ends up starting a massive reorganization in my room. I decide that I want to have some stuff on my desk that wasn't on my desk before. I want to change up what's on the top of my Raskog cart. So I start putting everything away where it usually was, and yeah, that's when I end up turning the camera off because it was just craziness. But you can see here, because all these dividers are movable, you can really make them work for you. So I have one here that's got washi tape. You saw I had one that had stamps and ink and like all different, and one had a bunch of frames, some had Project Life cards, those are a bunch of labels. So yeah, just right there you can see. So that's why I really like these, and I've just gone to get the stuff that was on the floor that I pulled out that normally sits in here. So this normally sits in my Raskog. I just took a bunch of this out in order to take this second bin with me to my crop, because the thought of having two completely empty bins sitting around just waiting for a crop really bugged me. I do have that large one that sits around and waits, but the rest of the time I don't want two of them. So this one is holding odds and ends that I maybe don't use as often, or extras for lots of things. So, and these little photo containers that I got at Michael's, they fit in here perfectly too, in like the 4x6 sort of section. So that's really, really awesome. So this is a bunch of extra bits and pieces. And as I said, this is all just was sitting on the floor that I took out of here from my crop. So there's some extra gems and extra enamel dots. I don't know why that was so hard for me to figure out how to say that. And yeah, just shoving it all back in again now. Sorry, my head is in the way. That was just not fitting. That was the problem. So I was turning everything on its side. So this is a quick little segment before I end up turning the camera off, and I just have it on time lapse. I think it's really funny, and seriously should have rethought the camera angle a little bit because I keep sticking my butt at you guys. Sorry. But just showing you me putting my stuff away, and you know, just how having things in a certain place makes cleanup go by like super duper fast, even when it was that big of a mess.
Hi guys, Jen again. Hopefully this video doesn't end up being super choppy. I just thought, since I'm doing all this cleaning, good time to turn the camera on and off and show you how I organize my stuff. So this is one that I pointed at earlier. This is a medium close to my heart bin, and I have all of my Project Life stuff in here. So what I do to organize mine is obviously take them out of the kits. And I've never actually bought a whole core kit. I almost always, well, not almost always, I do always share, sometimes half, or even better, in thirds. So what I do is I usually take a scrap piece of paper, or maybe just one of the cards that I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to use, and I put a tab on the top of it. Hopefully you can read that. That one says notes and things. That says what kit it is, and then I just staple it to the top, and then I put that right at the front of all those cards. It's really hard to do one-handed, and as you can see, just keep going from there. So the ones that I've used lots of, you know, have less, and then obviously always they come with lots more of the 3x4s than the 4x6s, and these are half a pack of just the Becky Higgins journaling cards, and then these ones are all just random cards from all different places, cut apart sheets, Ellie's Studio, things like that. So this is how I organize these. For some reason I actually have a gap, and I'm thinking that I've taken stuff out of here for my crop, so I'm sure I'll find them, because I'm pretty sure that always had stuff in there. If it, or I just put it all back tidier than it was. If that's the case, what I'm going to do is take some of my tags, pocket tags, and put them in here. So this, now that it's all put away, gets closed up, and I put it on the bottom right there of my Raskog. So you can see there's also another container on the bottom there. That's one of the small. So the medium actually fits right on top of the small. Let me try to show you without too much jiggling. That's really hard one-handed. There you go. So you can fit the medium on top of the small. And that was all my buttons underneath that I have organized by color. And there's brads and buttons. And I don't use them that often, so I don't mind having them underneath. And then on this one, this is the one that I showed you me reorganizing before. And then I have my tray of embellishments sitting on top. Because again, this is a lot of the stuff I don't use as often. And I use this tray of embellishments more, because then I can just pull it, open it up, and have it beside me when I'm working. Alrighty, I'm going to put you back on time lapse again. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm sorry I totally abandoned you. I was working on trying to do the cleanup in like a time-lapse video, but I kind of got sidetracked on various projects while I was doing this. So I ended up turning it off because it took me all day yesterday and part of this morning to finally get to this stage. So I'm finally unpacked, and here is what my work table looks like. So hopefully when I do the video splicing, you'll be able to see me putting everything away in here. And that was all in that large, close to my heart bin. It's all already on the book rings, as I mentioned, so it's really easy to just lift them out and lay them all in that bin and just take that bin with me in my crop roller bag. I always have my selfie right here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a tour just to show you now that it's done. This was one of the side projects that I ended up working on. This is an IKEA tray that I had got. I just got two of them because you never know when I had bought my cart, and then the other one is right here in the top of the cart. As you can see, I reorganized that a bit too. Try not to go too fast. But I decided to, what's that come off of? It's really hard to do that right through the camera lens off my book. Oh, I'll fix that later. I got rid of all of my kits because I have a lot of stash. And what I decided to do is instead go with the Ali Edwards story kits, just the one kit. Because I've been tending to do a lot more project life and just simplifying my process because I don't have a lot of time. And I like telling the story and using the photos in a simple way, and I felt like I was really getting away from that and trying to be something that I'm not. So I want to move back to that. This is actually from Ali in the flesh, and I took my class with her last weekend. She signed one of her cards, and then these cards are actually the ones that we made with her kit from her class. So they're all in here, and then I've got space to put, there's just other stuff tucked in here right now while I was cleaning up. There's space now for me to put those kits and use them. I also put my ink here because I tend to ink the edges of lots of things when I do a scrapbook page. These may actually move over to that Raskog cart, and we keep this more for Ali stuff. And I also sold, or in the process of selling, all of my large colored ink pads, and I'm going to order the little Kelly Perky ones that are only an inch by an inch. It was just taking up so much space, and I had no way of keeping them on my desk so I would actually use them for stamping. And then these are all the stamp sets that I'm actually keeping. They're just small ones that work good for project life or in little spots. I got rid of almost all the rest of my stamp sets because I wasn't using them, so time to go. I need to take this puppy apart. That will be my next project, maybe later today, or I kind of want to do a little bit of scrapbooking now, but it's just kind of getting a little crammed and disorganized, so I want to take that apart a little bit. But that always sits right there, and then my trimmer's here, and then I finally found my mat. It was buried in a corner, and put it back on my desk. The mat I find is handy for lining stuff up, but also when I'm taping or filming, my camera is over top of that, and then I can tape it off with some washi tape and stay on frame. So one of the other projects, and I'm going to try to turn you, so I think I'm going to turn this off and turn it back on. So this is the other project I was working on. I cleared some stuff out of here that I wasn't using, reorganized it a bit, and so I'm just going to show you what's in here now. So this is just under my desk. This is my project life stuff just sitting on the top here because there's some space. So those are the ones that I have to do. I've tucked the photos into the page protectors and put them in the box. So this is just some stuff to grab. Wax paper I use for titles, labels, summer stuff because I'm going to do my Hawaii stuff soon, so I wanted to have that available. And this is a bunch of die cuts, and then some extra tape runners just so that they're handy. This is some of my mixed media stuff, so obviously my watercolor pencils, gelatos, gesso, what's that other stuff? Texture paste. It's all just right there, easy to get to. And then underneath, some distress inks and all of my stencils. I think I have some more stressing spray at the back there. Okay, and then this was a huge reorg. This was like a great big bin, so I'm just going to show you. So see that red one right there? That was full of embossing powder and stamp sets and all that kind of stuff. I had all my embossing ones in like these big square Tupperware containers because when I was teaching classes and doing like for Stampin' Up stuff, having those big square like sandwich size containers meant that you could use like a plastic spoon and sprinkle over top of that container, and it just all got trapped in that container. So then if we were using different colors, it was really handy. But now that I'm not teaching classes like that, I don't need that. So all I've done is I've kept one tray, one of those trays with the funnel. I put all of the embossing powders back in the jars, so that took me a while, and they're all set right there. And then I have my stamp cleaner and the sprays for cleaning the stamp and my heat gun. They're all right here. I don't have to go searching for them. Then if I actually want to emboss something or clean up my stamps, it's right there. I can actually use it. And then the bottom one stayed exactly the same if you've ever watched. And those are just all my washies. This one is loose because I stole it to stick these in right here. So I've just got to go get another one. These are just cheap fridge trays from like a home store. Here in Canada, HomeSense has them. But you know, like Target or whatever probably has something really similar. They fit 4 across, and then when I want, you know, a color, I'm trying to do this holding the camera. See, I can just easily whack it on my desk, pull it out, and use what I want, and then put it right back. So that makes me happy. So that's pretty much it for the reorganization, other than I cleared out this area. It was full of crap. Literally, there's just junk and it was piled up, and so I cleaned all of that out. I'm selling some stuff, throwing out some stuff. Managed to fit my sewing machine and my sewing kit right there, which meant I then had room for my Raskog right there. This is an old cropper hopper hanging folder thing. This has all my scraps in it. I sort them by color. Cardstock on the front of the folder, pattern paper at the back of the folder, all by color, and then I can go to that. I could probably scrap for years just with what's in that because it's really full. You can see how much it's bulging. I cleaned out one of these and I managed to get my stamping and my card making, which is right there, all into one bin instead of 2. And these are just my leftover kits that I haven't used yet from Hip Kit. And yeah, the Alley kits are a lot cheaper. With our exchange, my kit, and it doesn't matter from where, so I was getting Hip Kit, it doesn't matter from where. Once you added shipping on, it was costing me $65 Canadian to get one kit. That was a $29 kit. They're amazing value. I can't recommend Hip Kit enough, but I had a really limited budget. It was going far above and beyond the budget that I had to get it to my door, and even shipping 2 at a time and waiting a month, it still was above my budget. So the Ali Edwards story kits, there's a ton of content behind them, and the shipping's $2 for the $20 kit, so it's just way far more in my budget for what we can handle. So anyways, this is what I have left. I had a huge stack of stuff right there. I got rid of all of that as well. This is what I have left to deal with. Not too bad at all. Reorganize some stuff. There's still a whole bunch of stuff that I have to go through in there, like memorabilia and film and extra pictures and all that. But for right now, it looks pretty darn good. I emptied out 2 of these white containers. It's empty over there. And I emptied out this as well. So it feels good to be so much tidier, and I can actually work in here and breathe in here. And I cleared off the top here too. The bunch of stuff up there I just never used. So thanks, ladies, for coming on this really quick impromptu tour slash how I organize stuff slash how I pack for a crop. This should be a really interesting video when it's done. But anyways, I will see you guys again soon, and I promise I will have an actual process video up really soon. Bye!